Hello and welcome to the show. This week's FailRace episode starts with a clip from Crazy Swede on Euro Truck Simulator 2, and it is a nice, quiet, snowy day on this game. And then I think it's a Renault appears on two wheels and parks. I mean, that's not quite how you truck. That's not how you're supposed. It's an impressive parking job, I will give you that. But it's not quite what you're supposed to be doing there. Up next, Mad Al House on a Forza Horizon 2, doing a bit of hunting for billboards and driving around off-road in his Datsun when it finds a bump and proceeds to cartwheel and just doesn't quite know when to end the roll. We're still cartwheeling. Oh, then we've got to do a roll for good measure and stick the landing. It does look a bit like a crumpled tin can after that, but again, gotta love some of the crashes on here. Volunteer admin with a Maserati birdcage. When I ran one of these in Versa Community recently, we nicknamed it the Flying Bathtub because it was so unbelievably quick in a straight line. Well, this one is quite literally a flying bathtub. Look at it soar through the air, and it's a humongous jump. Unfortunately, can't quite clear the fence there and lands on its roof, but still, that's a lot of airtime for a vehicle. Misty Crom, again on Horizon 2, driving around with the Audi RS6. Some more off-roading crashes. This one, again, finds a bump that you just don't quite see. We go for a front flip and then a roll to finish and stick the landing. A pretty clean stunt, that one, until the slight bump on the tree there. Up next, LM145. On a GTA 5, flying around in the dust. Not the greatest of planes. Also note how at no point does Trevor stop his conversation during this. So the dust clips a tree, and because it's so unmanoeuvrable, he can't quite get it back together. And, well, again, that's one way to land. It's not really the design, much like the truck parking on its nose. It's a way to land a plane, but not really the one that you're supposed to be doing. Der Integra R, again, on GTA 5, driving around the airport with the newer dirt bike. Is it the Enduro? I believe it is called. Trying to get out of the airport, going through a fence. This is always risky on a bike, and sure enough, it doesn't really work. But the bike is not too happy about being crashed into as he goes to try to get on it. It gets angry and sort of throws him in the corner. I also love how the crash against the wall did far less damage, like health damage, than the bike throwing him at the wall. Stunt of the week comes from Legends, again, GTA 5, with a very impressive wall ride from the Dukes. Managed to dodge the tree and everything, and a perfect dismount as well. Yeah, that's pretty damn impressive. Well done on keeping that one together. Reeve 500 on a GTA 5. Again, messing around with the police. It's quite good fun. Sit on one of these mules and trying to get away from the police, as the driver will freak out and then will run away and the police will give chase. This mule has come up with a clever strategy for hiding Franklin, going under a sort of a low bridge or into a tunnel, I think it is here, and it phases through. Apparently physics doesn't apply to mules either, but then again, this GTA 5 physics doesn't apply to a lot of things. Ward 1706 doing a mission, drives into the indestructible level crossings, and then the AI decides it's impatient. You're supposed to wait at level crossings. You're supposed to be a lot smarter than than that. There's not very often cars drive into the side of trains. Yeah, AI being derpy as ever, and more AI being derpy as Gish plays another mission on GTA 5, going to the Sandy Shores airfield, trying to clear out some Merryweather. That people carrier is not a player. That is an AI that's apparently got lost. I don't quite know. Surely if you were freaking out from a firefight, you wouldn't drive your car slowly towards it, drive through it, and then suddenly panic again and drive away. Don't ask. Who knows? The AI's got lost. Simon Racer on NASCAR 2003 racing at Watkins Glen, and we have a roller. Now, I've seen plenty of NASCARs roll on ovals, but not very often do they fall over at a normal circuit, and not very often do they get stuck in the fence either. There's a big shunt into the wall that this car gets, and it gets wedged. Well, I think they're going to need a caution, I'll be honest. They're probably going to need a caution to clear this one up as we ride aboard with a car that just gets scooped up in the air. We have a flip and then a sort of a 1.5 rolls. Yeah, not too bad for a proper circuit. Black Widow on Need for Speed Most Wanted with the AIs completely forgetting how to shortcut. That's not the not the line. You can't go through the building. You can go through I think it's supposed to be a car washy bit, or you can go through the petrol stationy bit. The Audi has gone and reversed massively, and then still can't do it. The Audi does actually free whatever the other car is in here. It kind of pushes it into the car washy bit, and then that sort of wheels itself free again. The Audi then shoots off in reverse. Subaru is just bumping into the concrete barrier. Audi decides to give the Corvette a bit of a push. And the Audi is very determined. Now he's got himself aligned. Yeah, he's determined to get through. He eventually sorts himself out, but yeah, that's not the safest of shortcuts. CCX219 has found the gravity switch in the crew, as cars are just, physics does not apply. There's a van stuck in the floor. There's another guy's just looking around. Oh, there it goes. It's just pinged off into the. I don't know. Then he does it again at another car park. I would be aware of it. There they go. Two of them gone. One of them's gone into the floor. There's a van in the sort of in the back. That's whoop. There he goes. Van's off. Yeah. If you have the gravity switch, you're quite a powerful tool there. I would stay well clear of this guy if if you can mess with all of the gravity. And even then, the AI the parked car gets a little confused on that one. Yeah, that's one of my favourite ones I've seen for a while. And we finish with a clip from Stitch 666 on a Wreckfest. Now, we all know that games have invisible walls to try and stop vehicles or people getting to places they couldn't. And they work very well on the most part, until you manage to get above them. Managed to land the little European car on top of the invisible. Now we have a floating car. Now we have a floating car that can be driven around. Up here we have Magic Car now, as it proceeds to see how far it can go, and then of course promptly falls off. Now you're probably expecting it to go through the floor like I did, but no, there is actually solid terrain out here, which is pretty cool. And we'd go for a few rolls, and there we go. Stick the landing as well. And now we're really where we shouldn't be out here. But yeah, always fun finding ways to get out of places where you probably shouldn't. Yeah, it's not really where you're meant to be going. Anyway, that is it for this episode, guys. If you have clips that you would like to submit to this series, then you can do via our forums. There will be a link in the description at the very top. There is a FailRace clip submission thread, and all the information on rules and how to submit clips can be found in there. But that is it from me, so thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.